Hello, Kipsters, and welcome to writing for today. Your teachers already went over expectations, so we're going to jump right into what our reading thinking job is today. We just started exploring what narrative writing was, but we're going to pause on telling a story and we're going to focus on where we start when we write. Today, you're going to leave writing knowing where to start when you write. So, your thinking job is, I can write from left to right by imitating author's craft. Thumbs up, repeat after me. I can write from left to right by imitating author's craft. Let's talk about the word imitating. Think of a sport or a game you like to play. Now, think of someone you know who can play that sport or game really well. Have you ever tried to copy that person or do what he or she does? When we copy someone, when we do the same thing, that means we imitate. That means we imitate. So today, we are going to imitate author's craft by looking at a page in My Five Senses. Remember My Five Senses that we read in reading yesterday? We're going to imitate a page from the book. So let's get started and find out what we're going to imitate. Today in writing, you will be using your expo marker and board during the lesson, and then submitting your writing piece on Seesaw. Your teacher's going to pause the video so you can go get your dry erase board and marker. Remember, we're starting kindergarten by writing narrative writing. Before we can dive into telling all of our stories, we need to know where we start writing. Remember, good writers always think, tell, write, and draw. Repeat after me. Good readers think, tell, write, and draw. So today, we have 4 steps to follow to be able to imitate author's craft. Remember, imitate means copy. We're going to copy the author's craft. Craft means the author's writing, what they made. So our first step is we're going to study an example. So the first step, we're going to look at a page from My Five Senses. Then we're going to find its parts. Today, the parts we're going to look at are the sentences. Step 3, we're going to decide why is it good? And then step 4, you're going to be able to write your own. Here we go. This is a page from My Five Senses. So we're on step 1. We're going to look at this page. Follow along while I read. When I bounce a ball, I use 3 senses. I see, hear, touch. So we just did step 1. We studied the example. Step 2. This page has 2 sentences. Remember, in phonics, we've been learning that sentences are made up of words. Each sentence is made up of words, and each sentence is made up of letters. Notice the author wrote in the same way that we read, from left to right. When the author got to the end of the first line, they swept down to the bottom and went from left to right. We call that sweep and return. Let's try it. When I bounce a ball, I use 3 senses. We're going to sweep and return. I see, hear, touch. So we just did step 2. We found the parts. We're focusing on these 2 sentences. Step 3, decide why it is good. When the letters and words are in order from left to right, I can read the author's ideas more easily. So these sentences are good because the author wrote them from left to right and makes me a better reader to read left to right. Remember, we're imitating the author's craft, and the author's craft will help us become better readers. But now it's our turn. We're going to write our own sentence from left to right. When we start on our line, we start on the left side. On the left side. We always want to start on the left side. This is the left side. This is the left side. This is the right side. We just got done reviewing the first 3 steps of imitating an author's craft. We looked at a page in My 5 Senses, found 2 sentences the author wrote, noticed they wrote from left to right, got to the end of the first sentence, swept and returned and started their new sentence on the left side. Now, I will write a sentence and you will imitate my sentence in a moment. I'm going to start my sentence on the left side of my page, and I'm going to write the sentence, I ate an apple. Notice how I start at the left. I'm going to start my sentence with an uppercase letter. I ate an apple. Period. That period tells us to do what? It tells us to stop. I don't have enough room for my next sentence, so I'm going to return and sweep to the left next line and start my next sentence and say apples are yummy. You can call this an exclamation point because I'm excited about it. Let's go back up to the top. I started at the left. I wrote my sentence left to right. As a reader, I now can read it left to right. I ate an apple. There's no more sentence, so I sweep and return to the next line. There's my next sentence. As a writer, I wrote from left to right, and it makes me as a reader be able to read left to right. Apples are yummy. Now it's your turn. Your teacher's going to pause the video and you are going to write on your dry erase board and imitate my writing. You're going to copy my sentences starting at the left side of the page. Your teacher might also give you new sentences to write so you can imitate their writing. See you when you get back. We just spent some time imitating my writing. I was the author. I wrote those words, and you were able to imitate, copy my sentences too, making sure that you started on the left side, writing to the right side. When you got to the end, returning and sweeping back to the left. Now you're going to go to Seesaw and do the same thing. In Seesaw today, you're going to write about something that you did today. You can draw a picture as well as try your best to write sentences on the line. Do the best you can. You can listen to the voice instructions by clicking the caption button. And when you're done writing from left to right about something you did today, you can click the green check to submit your work. I had so much fun writing left to right with you guys today. I hope you have a marvelous day.